What's going on, DMG clan? Today, I'm going to re-review the X4 Aileron that is presented by GameSir. That has a fun lit thing to it, which is awesome. So let's level up our gaming knowledge a bit more, because I was wrong in 2024. So that's right, mobile gamers. As you see on the screen here, there is a mode for this controller that can allow you to play Call of Duty Mobile. I haven't really found any other games that actually require this. Now, the big thing about this and why I'm saying this is because I did a review about this controller about a month or two ago, and I was a little bit upset about the fact that you weren't able to use a controller that is $130 Canadian, that is, playing Call of Duty Mobile, one of the biggest games on Android. So that's one game that I always test out with these controllers, and it came to my attention that somebody on the channel actually said, hey, you have to press the Xbox button plus A to change the mode to be Xbox controller mode, and I swear I spent hours trying to figure this out. I even downloaded the GameSir app. I tried to update the controller. I tried a whole bunch of stuff. Now, I don't know if maybe they changed some stuff on Call of Duty. I don't know if GameSir contacts Call of Duty to make a list of compatible controllers or whatever. But as you can see, I am able to just play Call of Duty with the GameSir X4 Aileron, and it feels really, really good. Now, this is going to be my favorite controller as of right now when it comes to mobile controllers, because there are so many features about this controller that I kind of mentioned when I did my first review about this thing, where it has like the split controller connectivity for one, and that is really awesome because my phone is clunky. I have a pop socket on the back, and it is able to just split up like this. Battery life, I have not had any issues with the battery life of this controller whatsoever. I love the battery life on this controller. I think they're 400 milliamp battery. I'll put that on the screen here to actually like let you know what the battery life really is in a few minutes. But when somebody asked me about, oh, what's the battery like, I told them, I was like, well, I played Call of Duty Mobile for a couple hours and still never had to charge the thing. And I don't even think I had to charge this thing when I did this review. It's been sitting in my controller box because I have a box full of just controllers, and I haven't played with it probably for about a month or so, just because I didn't like it. And it wasn't that I didn't like it in particular, I just didn't like the fact that it didn't do what I wanted it to do. And Call of Duty isn't like the end of the world kind of thing, but it's the fact that it didn't have that functionality at the time. I don't know, maybe it was a user error on my end. We'll just call it a user error, I guess. But honestly, it feels really good in the hands. There's no major Bluetooth latency. People are going to ask about that probably too. And Bluetooth latency, honestly, whenever I notice Bluetooth latency, that's when you're sitting at your chair on your couch, and your Xbox is 5-10 feet away from you, and that's when you notice Bluetooth latency. I don't notice Bluetooth latency on any of these controllers that are literally right next to the device that they're played on. Like, when people ask me that, I'm like, Bluetooth latency that you're probably thinking about is the latency when Android is Android, and Android does have a little bit of latency, but as you can see, I'm pressing buttons and everything is corresponding the way it's supposed to. I'm not having any issues. I am rocking my game world. I am rocking this game. Like, I am like the only one actually doing anything. And yeah, I just think this controller for $130 Canadian, that is, with a link below, by the way, if you use my link below, you'll be able to get a discount on this controller. And yeah, get it for a little bit cheaper. Plus, if you buy it, I make a little bit of money. And if I make a little bit of money, I am happy because I have spent a lot of time testing this thing out this weekend or last couple days that somebody mentioned this to me. And now I'm sharing my experience with all of you. So get it Yes, I definitely think so. For Android only, by the way. It doesn't work for iOS. Sorry, iPhone users, but I think you guys should probably get yourself an Android because you know iPhone steals your data. Now, I can get another helicock sucker. And yeah, I just said that on my YouTube video, so hopefully I don't get demonetized. So, the X4 Aileron is a really awesome controller. Once I finish this match, I'm going to show you one major feature as to why I love it so much, which involves the actual controller design itself. And I think a lot of companies should take note of this, because the fact that it can play these games and so many other games like emulators and all that fun stuff, it just makes it the best damn controller on the market for the price and for what it is. Like, it's literally, I can't even put out my helicopter because my other one's still out there. Literally what you would expect a controller to be, and it does everything you expect a controller to do. It looks really good on the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 S24 Ultra with a chunky case. It's good. It's great. It's wonderful. Victory is mine. I am the #1 MVP of Call of Duty Mobile. And yeah, that's probably because of this controller right here. You want to win more freaking games? Get an X4 Aileron by GameSir and get triple kills like a beast. Now, my favorite thing about this, I'm done gaming for the day. All I have to do is go like this, plug it into my USB-C controller, and I can be on my way to being the #1 Call of Duty player. Not, yeah. Yeah. Goodbye.